Welcome back to HPL. We're at the PvP Live Studios in Frisco, Texas. I'm joined by Nathan, that's Zen Rules and More. I'm Tanner Grace, and we just saw Zalae kind of maybe concede a turn or two a little early there, but Ek0p gets on the board. He's one step closer to that reverse sweep.
Yeah, needs 2 more in a row if he's going to win this match. What did you guys think about that? You think he conceded too early? I think he did. Get out there on Twitter, though, and use that hashtag HPL. Let us know what you think of that game. What would you have done? What steps would you have taken? Because I still think he could have won that game. Even if it's only a 1% chance, that's more than 0. But we're going to find out what they do as we get into game number 4 right now. Ek0p versus Zalae.
It was going to be a fight from there, but there's always that 1% chance.
Yeah, so we're going to see what they do this time. Zalae, you know, he's throwing his curveball, and just right afterwards,
we might
he's
be
going back
seeing
to
a mirror
patron.
match.
Yeah, this is definitely a mirror match.
Now, we see a shield block in Zalae's deck. We've seen some guys doing this where they add the shield block and the shield slams into their decks.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Worst on Commander and Battle Rage in his hand, so that spells it out for you right there. But I actually kind of like that he's going with the shield block, shield slam version now. You know, Zalae plays very close to the vest in every single one of his games, so I do like to see him change it up. And with Harrison Jones and Despite and Emperor Thaurissan in his hand, you look at what Ek0p's got, Zalae has to have the advantage.
Ek0p's hand is ugly right now. And do you think he even armors up here? With these 2 Battle Rages in his hand?
You know, that's a really good question, honestly.
Yep, he's just not going to do it.
Yeah, that does tell Zalae also.
You can see Zalae kind of raise his eyebrows, but he gets it immediately. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
you have Battle Rage in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, that outright tells Zalae that this is Grim Patron Warrior. Anytime your opponent doesn't armor up immediately and wants to actually take a point of damage, it's just screaming and shouting the fact that he's got Battle Rage somewhere in his deck and wants to draw cards from it.
You can see Ek0p here. His draws have not been the best here in these in this game.
Is he going to forego armor again? Because, you know, something that is happening here is if Ek0p doesn't armor 2 turns in a row, he's now and he doesn't actually play anything, he's paying 4 points of life to be able to draw a card from Battle Rage. Is that worth it at that point?
I think there's some points in games where I would pay for it life to draw a card.
I mean, there's definitely points that you would pay for life to draw cards, but he's going to have to make a hefty investment in order to really get that
and
done.
you got to feel bad about this. If you're gonna not armor up the turn before, armoring up the turn after when your opponent only has a 1 power minion in play, it definitely feels kind of bad.
Well, at this point, I think he's kind of hedging his bets a little bit. You know, he does expect to take some damage and get back into that point where he's going to go to 29. But at the same time, he doesn't want to give up too terribly much. And this is probably the 1 turn that he can actually really invest that mana.
Yeah, he's got to be wondering, where was this Acolyte Pain sooner? Now, Zalae's actually got some pretty good turns going forward from here. He gets to make a Death Spite next turn, and then the turn after that, he gets to coin out Emperor Thaurissan. You've got to believe he's in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, I mean, his turns are panning out beautifully. And is Ek0p going to Interrage here if he plays this?
I gotta believe he's going to do something along the lines of interraging. He needs to get some cards going here. His hand is atrocious.
It might even actually, there's a chance I think he trades in a Whirlwind here.
I mean, it would put the Acolyte down to 1. You get the extra draw out of it in case Zalae has a weapon. You know, you won't be missing out 2 because, like, Zalae could easily just play Death Spite here and attack your Acolyte Pain, and he knows your hand is bad. The way this hand is played out, it's literally been signaling the entire time Ek0p's like, my hand is trash. You know, I need to draw as many cards as possible from this point.
Ek0p's still at 30.
Yes, and
also.
like great spot from here for Zalae as well. Ek0p was at 30 with 1 armor, so he gets to attack. If Ek0p was at 30 there with no armor, I bet you Zalae doesn't even attack.
Yeah, that's such a good pickup for Ek0p too. I mean, that was what he desperately needed, but he is going to get a little bit punished for this. Zalae with Harrison Jones on turn 5.
Yeah, he could just naturally curve into the Emperor Thaurissan now, which there's a chance he does that because this is so good. Taking away Death Spite from Grim Patron Warrior is such a good play, and you don't need to Emperor this turn because, again, you've got to feel Ek0p's hand is just bad.
Now, it belongs in a museum this turn. Harrison sets his health at 3, but Ek0p has got to be feeling some heat with the way this game has been panning out. Both of these Battle Rages basically stranded in his hand. He wants to get more than 1 card draw a piece from these.
Yeah, his hand looks like what happens to me every time I play this deck. I'm always like, how do you ever win with this deck? Like, all I have are these cards like, you know, Battle Rage and Whirlwind, and my opponent just played a 3/3. How do I win?
You mean you don't deal 46 points of damage in 1 turn every single game?
No, I've done that as well.
Yeah, who hasn't done that that plays this deck? It's a
lot of fun.
Very powerful.
It's a lot of fun when you get to do it that way. Yeah.
Unstable Ghoul, and maybe Armorsmith going to be added behind this. Again, he's just got to get minions on the board so that he can use these Battle Rages.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a weird spot. If he gets minions on the board to start using the Battle Rages, he starts setting up Zalae to have gigantic Grim Patron turns too. So it's kind of a risk-reward thing, and you can see from Ek0p here, he's just like, I mean, I have to do something.
Yeah,
my hand is so bad, I can't just wait, because eventually he's going to just kill me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He cannot just continue to wait forever and
because
ever.
Like, if Ek0p just does nothing that turn, Zalae's just like, I got you, Emperor Thaurissan, go. It's like, yeah, good game, you know?
Yeah, he has to, again, just has to get something done. but this is going to open him up here. You know, the fact that there's unstable goals on board is going to give Zalae so many Grim Patrons, and Ek0p does not have a way to answer this right now.
Yeah, he can interrage here and fill up almost the entire board.
Interrage will fill up the entire board because he can use Despite to clear out the unstable goal as well.
And it's going to trigger twice, yeah.
Yep.
He's going to lose the first Grim Patron, though. Hooray for small victories for Ek0p.
Oh, yeah, what a big deal that is. Only going to have 6 Grim Patrons on the board.
Hey, you said only.
Well, there we go. 2 more getting out of the board. The Whirlwind Effect.
Everyone.
Stable goal. Everyone is getting in here.
It is a party over here.
Yeah,
Ek0p just gives him a well played.
Throws out
because he's just like
well played.
Yeah, he gets to draw 2 cards here, but where does he go forward from here? Yeah, what a just anticlimactic way to end this match after all the games were so close.
Yeah, Grim Patron it's just too much at the end of the day.
He picks up Warsaw.
Actually,
his draws were great. He picks up Warsaw Commander, Grim Patron, and just like, yeah, okay, where was this? You know.
Well, I don't know that this game is completely over.
Yeah, it's not over, but
you know, I think he's maybe got a couple ways that he can stay in this a little bit. Does still have 32 life, so you know he's not completely out of it. If Zalae's hand is just not very good behind this, going to be able to pick this up. You know, we talk about players don't concede too early. There's a chance that Zalae just, you know, maybe he has all of his weapons in his hand.
And we've seen this happen in mirror matches with Grim Patron before. The first person to go off to make a big board, yeah, they're a favorite from that position. You're ahead, but they don't always win because the other deck is very good at clearing out the board.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening here, too. So Armorsmith going to bring it back to 30, and he's staring down 9 points of damage.
Yeah, he's under crowd control right now.
Yeah. Zalae doesn't actually have a way to trigger his patrons right now. So is missing, you know, quite a bit of damage. He is going to have to take some steps to get this done. Ek0p's hand isn't very well equipped to handle this kind of scenario, but, you know, it's not to say that he's out of it. Maybe he's got, like, a copy of Brawl in his deck or something.
Yeah, I mean, do you just run out the Emperor Thors on here? That's like, I think a lot of the things that Zalae's trying to, you know, figure out from here. Where do I go from here? Because I probably can't kill him this turn, but what's the best way for me to kill him over the next 2 turns? Because he did just pick up Frothing Berserker and he has the extra Grim Patron. If he ever picks up Warsong Commander, he could just go off again.
Yeah, I would have to say Despite's probably going to be his best bet here. Just start pushing for damage.
Despite Acolyte of Pain, maybe, since there's a Despite.
Or even just the Unstable Ghoul.
Yeah, maybe just the Unstable Ghoul,
Force your opponent in a very uncomfortable position. You know, what does the Unstable Ghoul give to Ek0p, though? You know, is that a possibility for him to start triggering the effects right back and turn that around on you?
Yeah, you don't want to see him do something like Grim Patron Warsong Commander and then just attack your Unstable Ghoul.
Yeah, so it's going to be Frothing Berserker and Despite. This actually may be a very, very small window of opportunity for Ek0p if he can put together the right cards here and start to turn this game back around, because now he's going to be able to get some Grim Patrons of his own and start turning some of this pressure back around. But, you know, at what cost? He just does. This is what he has to do.
Yeah, it's still a weird spot because, you know, he can't really trigger his Grim Patrons without triggering Zalae's as well. He can't clean up the board enough to get super far ahead with his Grim Patrons here because he has a Whirlwind, but it's a ubiquitous effect and it gets Zalae's Grim Patrons as well.
Yeah.
Plus, it makes that Frothing Berserker gigantic.
The last place you want to be is just your opponent getting so frothy and leaving you under the threat of 700,000 points of damage from a Frothing Berserker.
Is that an exact number?
That's
You've
exact.
done the math. You've crunched the numbers.
I've done the math.
Right.
I don't think Ek0p actually is going to be able to recover this board position. Going to look for opportunities to do it, but you know, I think at this point he's just going to have to bide his time and hope that things roll his way.
Yeah, whatever he's doing, he's got to start doing it soon.
I think the step 1 is definitely take this out and hope for the best from here. You know, is facing down 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, is facing down only 13 points of damage and going to be able to slam a couple more points of this out of the way. So, you know, just once again, holding on to dear life for him.
Did he get the armor up? He did. Okay.
So Zalae going to have one more opportunity to continue to extend his board. Doesn't have Warsong Commander, so no way to actually charge at Ek0p this turn.
Yeah, Ek0p's going to be okay this turn. He's going to make it through alive. I'm using okay in a general term here. He's going to still be alive after this turn.
Critical condition.
Yeah, he is on life support right now.
Zalae once again going to take his time and make sure he figures this out picture perfectly.
Yeah, I love that Zalae is just taking his time every single turn here, making sure that he puts Ek0p on the back foot every single turn from here on out.
It does have to be a little bit scary for him, though. You know, Ek0p has now started to fight against these Grim Patrons. Zalae is getting card advantage from this, but he's not actually able to close out the game just yet. Is he feeling a little bit nervous at all?
You have to feel a little bit nervous in these games against Grim Patron when you just can't finish it out, and they draw in a couple extra cards, because there's always a chance they 30 you out of nowhere.
Yeah, so just going to be a ton of pressure from Zalae. And what he draws behind this is actually pretty important. Second Acolyte of Pain, not going to be too much for him. Armor up and then push for damage. Ek0p just not even paying attention to the game. He just wants to get it over with. Just put him out of his misery already. This is actually an opening for Ek0p, by the way, though. Warsong Commander and Grim Patron here is going to start building his board presence.
Yeah, can he clean up enough of Zalae's to not die on the way back?
I mean, it looks to me like he can if he plays Grim Patron and then has a Whirlwind and then attacks into the unstable goal. You know, Zalae's board's going to be completely full after this. Yeah, this is what he's got to do. I think that this leaves him at just enough life to live. Run in the Cruel Taskmaster. He's going to run in the Grim Patron first. Cruel Taskmaster is going to die. Doesn't make a big difference here. Zalae's board now gets filled up from this. He's going to clean up all these 1-health minions with a Whirlwind, and then he's going to be able to use his Grim Patrons to start taking some of this back.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to still be in this game after this turn.
Wow. I can't believe he's about to still be in this game. Ek0p, I believe... No, he couldn't have traded first because he's got to wipe out as many of these Grim Patrons as he possibly can. Did he get in all the animations, though?
That's going to be the interesting thing. I don't know if he's going to be able to get in everything here at the last second. There's so much animation. Did he get it all in?
He didn't, but he finds himself 1 point of damage away from dying to Zalae, but he's got Warsong Commander to able to deliver this final blow, and that's going to do it. Man, Ek0p so close to recovering the game. Fought as hard as he could, but in the end, it just wasn't enough, and Zalae takes this match 3-1.
Yeah, just great match from Zalae here. Super close games in almost all of them here. You know, he wins 3-1, and you got to feel for Ek0p. He really felt like in almost every single game, he was 1 card or 1 damage away from taking that game.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, it was just a matter of falling behind in pressure because the way his opening hand was. Had 2 Battle Rages, a Frowling Berserker, had no weapon very early and wasn't able to just really get things rolling. And then once Zalae started to get the Grim Patrons out, Ek0p did everything he could to fight for it, but Zalae just, once again, 1 step ahead at every single point, closes out this series.